Well guys, here we are. This is the pool build right here and that's pretty exciting. Now there's some things that you should know about when you're having this pool poured, and those are things that I want to make sure that you know. For instance, what is the mix of the cement? What size rebar are they using? How thick are the walls? And so I'm going to go over those things here with you. For instance, you have to know that, for instance, let me show you here real quick. So you can see here that these walls here, the long walls here, they are 6 inches wide, and the rebar is all 10 millimeter rebar. And you can see that they have them very close together, so that's a good sign. Here again on this wall here, you can see the same thing. 10 millimeters rebar, and this is 6 inches. Now on the ends here, this wall here, if I can get it in the picture, here it is. This wall is 8 inches, and the same thing with the wall on the other end. You should know that your mix for your cement, this mix should be 1 part cement, 1.5 parts sand, and 2.5 parts gravel. That's a little bit richer than what you do for a house mix, but because it's a pool, the shell, it's going to hold back the water for, it has to be able to do it for decades. So it's important that we do it right. And if your engineer, he can't tell you those ratios, that's a problem. You should be able to do that. Now, the other thing that is really important, and what's more important than the rebar, what's more important than the thickness of the walls and any of those things, is how much water that they're putting in that mix. So you watch that cement mixer, and like for instance, our engineer, he has his own cement mixer, and so it's not ready mix, so you're not going to know how much water is in that mix, which it would come with. If it was a ready mix, it would come with all that. You'd have a detailed a detailed list of what is in the mix, where here they're mixing it themselves, so you have to watch it. And while they're working, because the cement is heavy, often what they'll want to do is they'll want to water it down so it's easier to move, and we had to make sure that that isn't done. I believe it's 0.40 is the amount of water that you want to make sure is in that mix. You don't want more than that, because what will happen is it can cause cracking, and it can cause defaults in cold joints in the cement, and that's hazardous to what you want to do. It's the last thing you want to see happen. So in our case, we made sure and we watched them carefully on what they were doing. Now what you can see here, if I can show you, is this part here. This is going to be 6 inches, and you can see there's 1, 2, 3 returns here, and this is going to be 6 inches, and that's obviously so that we can, we can put a lawn chair in here if you want to, and we can just kind of kick back and we can relax without being immersed in the water. We can just splash ourselves and have a glass of wine. Kind of look forward to that. And then we have 3 steps. You can see one. It's in the camera here. 1, 2, 3 steps. And then this is going to be 3 feet. As I'm going down, we're down into 3 feet, and then it goes down into 5 feet, which is perfect for me. I'm 6'4". This is just a dipping pool. It's not more than that. And you notice that what's happening is that they're keeping this cement moist. They keep splashing water on it, and they'll keep mixing water on this all day, every day. And we've been fortunate that we've had a lot of rain in the evenings, and that's been helpful, because you definitely want to keep the cement wet for at least 7 days. That's the best way to cure this. And what we have over here is, this is another return. I believe there's another one over there, another return. And down there, there's a light where you see the orange conduit. And then there's going to be a light here. And this one here, I believe, is going to be the vacuum valve, or the vacuum port, I mean. And then, oh, well, this one here is the skimmer. And so that's pretty much the way this is set up. And I believe we asked them for 2 skimmers and then 1 vacuum port. And then the rest are returns. And that's primarily the things that are the most important about a pool. It doesn't take much. Now this pool costs us about 460,000 pesos. And so what'll happen next is they'll continue to cure it. They'll continue, as you can see, I don't know if you could see it, but what they did with these stairs is they rendered them a little bit. So, and they'll do that some more until it's all nice and ready for the seal coat that's going to go on this, because they're going to have to seal all this concrete. And I'm sure that they're going to fill in all these holes, and they'll do all that work prior to sealing it. Kind of like what you're seeing here on that back wall right there. Just a pretty normal rendering. And they'll do that with the whole pool. So then once they're done with the rendering, then they'll seal it. And then after that, they're going to put in the tiles. And then they'll work their way up to the coping. And, you know, that's going to be about it. So if you have any questions on that, guys, things that you need to know: what size rebar are they using? How thick are the walls? What is the mixture of cement, sand, and gravel? It's very important. And watch them while they're working to make sure that they never go to that cement truck and try adding more water to make it easier for them to move this cement around. Even though it's heavy, even though it's hot, you want that cement mix to stay the same so that you don't have any fault in that cement. Just to explain now, I'm 67 years old. Now, as you know, this is not a swimming pool. It's a swimming pool. But the reason that we're building this is, one, is for leisure. Obviously, so we can sit back and we can have a few drinks in this first section here. We can just enjoy ourselves. As you know, that I spend a lot of time eating right and working out. And you know, maybe one of these times I can, you know, talk to you guys a little bit about my diet and stuff like that. But that'd be in another video. But it's really important to know that staying fit means eating right, which is number 1. And number 2 is working out regularly. And you don't have to work out like, you know, an hour a day. You can work out for 20 minutes to half an hour, and you can stay pretty physically strong if you know what you're doing. But the other thing is being able to relax and stretch those muscles. That's really important too. But eating right, working out on a regular basis, getting good sleep, and stretching your muscles is one of the keys. Let's get back to the pool here. That's it for this video, and welcome to the evolution.